congratulations to all of these men and women of the class of 2020. At the school, some of you may have felt small, like you were just a piece in this massive play, and they just wanted to get you in and get you out. Well, some of you may have felt like, I am the man. You know, some of you have played a lot of roles and been very involved. Looking at all you theater majors out there. But when I graduated from college back in the dark ages, our graduation speaker said something that has stuck with me for my entire life. He said, every man goes through the 7 stages of life. I know, you're probably thinking what I'm thinking, only 7? But as he went to explain it, it made me realize how boring life really is. Now, I don't want to bore you with some deep textual analysis like our graduation speaker gave, but the gist of it is, you start as a baby and you end up as a baby. Yes, you go through the layers, the schoolboy and falling in love, as treacherous as that sounds, and being a soldier and a juror, and until... Excuse me, do you have a question? Yes, actually. Do you, have a problem with my speech? Yes, actually. And you think now is a good time to discuss the flaws in my performance? Personally, yes, I don't want the last thing my classmates to hear before we leave is a speech filled of misogyny and negativity. My speech is those things. You say every man and schoolboy as if men are the only thing to be praised in this world. You say that love is treacherous and life sucks. Like, is that what you want people to be left with before they go out into the real world? I think being realistic is the only way to prepare people, especially students. Oh, so you agree? So you do think that men are all we should look up to, all that should be recognized? You are twisting my words and taking them out of context, and you're making everyone sit here longer than they need to. Like I was saying, you go through all these stages, and in the end, you're still a blubbering, vomiting baby boy. Once again need people to care for you, but you're once again dependent. Something you swore to yourself you would never be. And as you sit there in your chair or couch or whatever environment you have decided to inhabit, you realize that the world was too big to conquer. Yeah, I know. Sorry for making everybody wait longer, but I think you need to realize the impact that your words have. I realized that I am educating a generation of the harshness of the world. I did not realize that that was a crime. I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm just trying... You want your message to be heard, right? Well, that will be the goal. Yes. Exactly. So I know that I don't personally use he, him pronouns, but there are members of my class that do. There are also members of my class who are non-binary or use they, them pronouns. And by only using he series or male-dominated words, you allow an entire section of your class to go unnoticed. You're not letting them be affected. Well, at my graduation, with due respect, this is not your graduation. I know it might have been the norm then, but institutions need to recognize every student. Just what we grew up with, that's just how it is. That's how it was. I genuinely think you need to realize the impact your words have, and learning and moving on doesn't mean that you forget what you lived through. It means that you've evolved as a human and can accept different identities. It's not a sign of weakness. So what terms should I use? Gender neutral terms, which are more inclusive, like folks or everyone. Not using terms like guys or ladies and gentlemen. It just eliminates your audience, like schoolboy. It's like that. And you know, the way you talk about that life is so cyclical, it kind of doesn't allow people to look inside themselves and grow if they want to. It makes them stay at where they were when they were born. You know, you learn new stuff about yourself every day. There's not a time stamp on discovering yourself. And that's with anyone. Is it okay if I give my speech another go? Absolutely. Hello, class of 2020, and welcome to the next stage of your life.